Today my topic is influencing through empathy, effective communication. Now everybody communicate, everybody talks, right? Everybody communicate, but few connects. Have you felt that sometimes when you talk to somebody, after you talk to him, it's like not talking to him at all? Everyone communicates, but few connects. Every presidential election, right, or every election Malaysia see, who wins? The candidate that wins, right, is the one that connect with his people. The same with selling life insurance policy. The one that connects with the client wins the client and wins the case. So let's ask ourselves, did you connect with the client or not? Or did you just there to sell policy, product benefits only? If you all notice, right, when I mentor some of you at case study or at coaching, right, I try my best to connect with you. Last week I had a long coaching time with one agent, long. 2.5 hours I calculated how many latte I had with him. Why 2.5 hours? Is it just communication or is it connection? We connect. Sorry to say, everybody cries in my coaching one, man and woman. Now, you cry because we connect with your inner soul. We connect with your inner self. That's why you drop a tear. That's why it touches your heart. That's why you felt vulnerable at that time. And from that moment, we try to bring you back, encourage you, tell you you're worth the while. You're worth living this life. You're worth doing this career. Connection is what? When we touch your heart, right, you will be more willing to lean in, more willing to connect back, more willing to listen. So what is connection? Connection is the ability to identify with people and relate to them in a way that increases your influence on them. So important, I repeat. What is connection? Connection is the ability to identify with people, relate to them in a way that increase your influence with them. It's not said by me, it's said by John Maxwell. Identify with people means what? Identify with people means you are on their side for a brief moment. Identify with people means you are empathetic. I understand you, 我了解你. You are in the person's shoe. There is somebody who did my coaching with me, asked me, you sure you want me to tell you my life? It's going to be very negative. I'm afraid it's going to affect you. I say, try me. It doesn't matter. I want to be related. I want to be relative. I want to relate to you. That's why I want to listen to you. Relate to them means being on the same team with them. You influence people to be better before they speak to you, before they talk and communicate. You get it? When a person talks to you, you only connect and influence them, right? When you know that he walks out of the room and walks out of the conversation better than he walks in. And that's when you connected with them. So when we have a conversation with a crying child, what do? We sit down with the children, the child is whining and crying. We speak to them softly. We try our best to what? The first thing you do what? Is to stop the crying and whining, correct? Do you do that? Or you just whack the hell out of them until they stop crying? We always choose the first option to smooth them out, to soften them, to soothe them so they stop crying. Then after that, what we do with our children, we will speak to them softly about what they did wrong and what they did right. We bring sense to them about what is wrong and right so that they will not repeat the same mistake, hopefully, ever again. But normally you have to repeat the process, a lifetime until you get it right now. The formula is what? In connecting with your children is acknowledge their pain, make them feel that you are on their side. And then when they are calmed down, talk sense to them with your perspective. What is wrong and what is right. The same goes to a client. When the client says, our policy very expensive. Have you come across that? Many times. We acknowledge that. I will say, I agree with you. Is never a cheaper option. Just like buying a BMW is never a cheaper option. But we make them feel that we're on their side. How to make them feel that you're on their side? Tell them, Mr. Prospect, I too pay a higher premium for a policy. I too pay a higher premium. Then when they feel that you're empathetic, then only you influence them with your perspective. Then the third way of communicating effectively is what? Is to say your position to influence them and give reason why you acted that way. However, after thinking about this, right, I choose to settle this situation by doing this, because I believe it can bring to this. You get me? First thing, you acknowledge their pain. I feel you. Secondly, you say, if I'm a you also, I'll feel the same way. Thirdly, however, if we think it through, right, if we do this, something different will come out. So, I give you an example. When the client says, an agent don't service a client after 6 years, all agents are the same. How do you respond? So how do I respond? I will say, I understand how you feel, Jalina. When I was a client, right, my agent did the same thing. She refused to service my claims after 6 years. I totally agree with you. That's why when I joined Gratitude, when I joined the business, right, I want to make sure that wouldn't happen to my clients ever again. I can't control how other agents behave, but I make sure my clients are well served even after the policy is more than 6 years, no more commission. Why? Because I believe if I service the client well, more business will come by referral or by improving their policies with the existing client. So I believe in good people. I believe good people appreciate a good agent who serves well. And I like to serve you that well. So now go out. I want you to go out, right, and influence with what? Influence with empathy. The same way you will work with your agents. Be on their shoe. The formula is what? Let's repeat. Number one, agree, right? Acknowledge the feeling, agree with them. Number two, be on their side. Say, I will feel the same way if I were in your shoe, right? The third thing, then only come up with the solution and tell them why the solution is better. So go out there and connect with empathy. Connect with people. Don't just communicate. Understand first and win their hearts and win them over. Right? Thank you, Gratitude.